What's up, guys? We're back at it again. It's actually nice and sunny today. It's kind of bright. Gotta squint my eyes. I got my notes here, man. I got a bunch of notes talking about this, reviewing these fights. Part 2 of the prelims. We're gonna do the last 3 fights, the prelims. Let's get this done. Let's get some bets going, right? Or at least enjoy the fights. All right, so guys, look, we got Julia Avila versus Gina Mazzani. Now with this one, it was kind of fun going back and researching these fights. You know, Avila's got the Muay Thai clinch work. You know, she's got power, heavy hands, right? Calculated, but still lunges forward to trade shots and get the opponents to the cage. That's the main thing. Some people have talked about, oh, she has really good fight IQ, or her hands are looking good. And yeah, I see that, but to be quite frank with you, if she just has defensive holes, I feel like a lot of times she at least aims, but she will take a shot to give a shot. It's just that she is stronger, right? She does a lot of like powerlifting and stuff, which could attribute to her power in her hands. I mean, she's got like quite a large back. You know, if you see her, she looks very strong. I think she's easily got. I mean, she's got to be like, as far as pure power, I think she'd be the strongest in that division, really, for the female division, right? She's looking good, man. She got hands. She'll eat a shot to give a shot. Very tough. You know, she likes to clinch a lot, right? And I like that she's always guiding. Really good stuff. She makes it ugly. She puts the head. She's using her head against the opponent's chin. She'll guide the head down to land some knees from the clinch. Really good Muay Thai clinch work. Really top heavy as well. Will grind you out, and really good. I think sometimes she can get overzealous. She will kind of like do the if you want to say like, it's almost like, you know, Vitor Belfort kind of style, like running forward, but just maybe not as accurate. She's kind of like wants to kind of push you against the cage, basically. She wants to overwhelm you, get to the cage, right? Mazzani, man, you know, she likes to use clinch work too, but that's dangerous. She's definitely, Mazzani, look, Gina Mazzani is just not, I think she wants to be like Julia Avila, but she's just not as powerful. She's just not as well put together as far as like her skill level, right? You know, I just think, you know, she got out wrestled by McMahon, which is no shame in that. McMahon is a beast. She's great wrestling. Got out wrestled. You know, when Mazzani, a good thing when she was fighting Yanan Wu, this Chinese fighter, she used her wrestling. You can tell she wants to wrestle you down. She wants to clinch you, but that's because she's only gonna look good really against people that don't have a really good, solid wrestling foundation, right? If you have a good wrestling foundation, you're probably, I don't want to be rude, but you're probably gonna be able to, at least you're gonna be able to compete with Mazzani, if not dominate her. I feel it's strong, you know, and I think, yeah, man. I just feel like, you know, of course with Julia Avila, like she still needs to work on the striking a bit. I mean, she's gonna get hit, but I think there's just no way that Mazzani can really beat her on the feet. I think they're gonna want to trade shots. I think obviously Julia's gonna be the more heavy-handed. She's gonna be able to get her to the clinch. When they clinch up, which Mazzani likes to do too, I think we're gonna see Julia have the bigger shots in there and be more aggressive, better overall control in the clinch. And of course, when it gets to the ground, she's gonna get. I feel like Mazzani's going to get dominated by Avila. I mean, just on the stand-up, the clinch, the ground game, I'd have to give it to Avila. So, yeah, it's pretty much a solid pick. I mean, I don't know anyone that's going to go against Avila here. I mean, that's why the odds are so steep. But, yeah, just that's a very easy pick. Going on, Charles Rosa versus Kevin Aguilar. I got, you know, with Charles Rosa, I broke this down when he was going against Bryce Mitchell. I picked Bryce Mitchell to win that one because if you look, as I talked about him before, I'll just kind of briefly go through it. You know, he was dominated by Mitchell, but you know, it didn't take too much damage. He's coming a month, like almost like it's been a month since that fight, so he's gonna go ahead and come back with a big turnaround for Kevin Aguilar against Kevin Aguilar. But I feel like he doesn't really take much damage. It's good for him. Maybe he wants to get back in the groove of things. Good stuff, get that paycheck. But I feel like, and they have something to prove, both him and Aguilar, right? They're kind of making these. They're just, you know, I think they're both gonna show up ready for the fight. Rosa still has good BJJ. He's a black belt for God's sakes, but I just think he got dominated by Mitchell so much that people are now kind of thinking they're gonna I mean, it just kind of like, I guess it just kind of in the minds of the fans, it kind of brings down that level, or rather our perceived level of his BJJ. But it's not bad. It's just that Bryce Mitchell is really good. He's really scrambling on there, which I said. So if you rest against Rosa, you know, Charles Rosa, if you are resting against him, you think, okay, he doesn't have power. If you undermine him, or if you overlook, you know, him in any way, he will take advantage. He has some, you know, slick submissions himself. You know, don't forget that. And Aguilar has the wrestling though. That's the thing. He has wrestling and power in the hands. He's also gonna have a 4-inch reach advantage, which is good for Aguilar. Aguilar, like, and I've broken him down too. I've seen him. You know, tough guy. Used to play football. You know, he's got that strength. especially at that weight class. I think he's like a powerful guy, has good good reach, good long range arms. Boxing is looking pretty good, but he's heavy on that leg, right? He mostly just wants to box you. He's looking for that. He's trying to set up a power punch. But yeah, that's what I think. Because Charles Rosa, we know he has a nice kind of kick. I've already broken this down before. He has a good kind of karate stance, sideways style, always jumping on the balls of his feet, which is really good. But the thing is, and they come on, he's very good flexibility, but like I said, just kind of lacks the pop in his shots. He's kind of wants to point fight you. So if you have like a really sloppy kind of stand-up game, if you don't have the fundamentals locked in, I think Rosa can kind of tee off on you. He'll kind of like make it a point match, kind of outpoint you, and then he kind of maybe get you on the ground and submit you. But the thing is, I think Aguilar's wrestling. Aguilar is going to have the heavier shots. Aguilar is not going to be phased by that kind of karate style. I think he's going to mind his, he's fine to eat a leg kick here and there because he's going to land. The best answer to a leg kick, right, of course, is a big punch to the face. Aguilar would be happy to oblige. 4-inch reach. He's gonna land some heavy shots. He's gonna be fine eating the kicks from Rosa. And when he gets to the ground, I think that Aguilar will be able to kind of maybe chain wrestle, kind of grind him out. I don't think he'll really get caught in submission. So my pick's got to be Aguilar here. Rosa I think is a good fighter. I like the fact that you're matching karate style with good BJJ, but I just feel like it's just not enough. You got to be have more aggressiveness to it. You got to have more of a little pop in your step. You got to have more pop in your shots. A little bit more aggressive with your ground game. With your submissions. So I think, yeah, against opponents that are not going to be so aggressive or don't have so much of a power advantage, I think Rosa can grind them out, get a good decision, or even submit them. But Aguilar is going to take it, in my opinion. My pick's Aguilar, guys. Next one, man. Maria Agapova versus Hannah Cifers. Really often talked about fight. Hannah Cifers, man, the poor girl, like, she should be 105, right? She should be at 105 pounds, but she's going up all the way up to 125 pounds here, which sounds tiny, but she's just a tiny girl, right? They're both skinny girls, both of these. Maria Agapova is going to look good at 125. She's fine, she's lengthy, long, and she's not like super huge, but she's definitely going to have a big height and reach advantage over Hannah Cifers. At least in the cage, you see them stand up to each other. I think we see in the weigh-ins and in the stare downs. I think you'll see. Agapova looks light on the feet. Good ground and pound too. I like her aggressiveness. She's actually kind of top heavy as well. She's still developing, so I think she needs to kind of, maybe work on the clinch work and aggressing maybe a little more. But it's looking good. She's still good, and also getting, maybe getting caught in submission too. She kind of could get overzealous. She extends the arm. She could get arm barn, but that's for someone that's like more like has a really high level of BJJ. But yeah, I like it. I like her style, man. She looked better than I remembered. I went back to rewatch tape. Even if you go on YouTube, watch some highlights. She looks good too. I mean, obviously they're highlights, right? but still, go back, watch her fights. She was good. I like also good control on the ground. She seems almost a little bit top heavy. She does get reversed, but when she's on, she likes to secure position, and she lands this ground and pound. She aims, and I like that. She's not just kind of sloppily like pitter pattering. She's when she's on the ground, she wants to land something. She really wants to. I like the aggressiveness. Agapova, when she fought Tracy Cortez, good kicks, good range finding with the jabs. I like that. Yeah, head movement was good too. She was moving out of the way. She did get caught, but she'd move out of the way and counter. I like that. Really scrambly too. Throws looping punches. Sometimes she'll throw it from the side. She's throwing with bad intentions though. I mean, they're small girls, right? She doesn't have this crazy KO power, but you can tell she's putting everything she has. She's putting her body weight into that punch. She wants to hurt you though. She wants to make the fight ugly, cut you up. Really good punches. Yeah, threaten submissions too. Like she's not always. I mean, at least she'll make attempts to it, right? She'll at least threaten some submissions just to kind of mix things up a bit. She just lose the decision, but it was back and forth. I mean, Tracy Cortez is no joke. I think Tracy Cortez. I think her wrestling was just a higher level, and when you have the scrambliness, I think you've got to have a good wrestling background. So I think it was back and forth. I think she's a good prospect. I think she's gonna see her keep growing. She's young, striking's looking good. She trains at ATT for guys like she's training at a good gym. So I think yeah. And this one, I mean, I'm sorry, but Hannah Cifers, man, how can you go? Hannah Cifers tough. She has good volume, but I mean, in this matchup, look, to beat Agapova, like you're gonna need a really good wrestling background or like really good clinch work. Hannah Cifers just she's not. I feel like on the feet, Maria Agapova is gonna use that range really well. She's gonna be landing with more intention. And not unless you take her out, but Hannah Cifers is going to be eating shots. You're going to see her kind of get stunned a little bit, and I feel like eventually she'll go down. She'll be able to be manhandled against the cage, land some. I see Agapova landing some knees during the clinch. Eventually, she'll get down, they'll scramble a bit, and then you'll see really good ground pound from Agapova, so it could end in a TKO, to be quite frank with you, or if not, just a dominant decision win. So that's my picks, guys. You know, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's got to be Julia Avila, Kevin Aguilar, and Maria Agapova. These are pretty easy to see. I mean, I just don't see. I mean, if anyone wants to pick the other guy, it's cool. Going for the underdog, that's awesome. But I don't see how you could. I mean, these are pretty much lock-ins, aren't they? But yeah, maybe throw in a parlay, mix it up if you want. But yeah, these are my picks, guys. Good luck to our betting. Let's enjoy the fights, and thanks for watching.